Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another art commission stream. So I just found some copyright-free battle music, so hopefully it's good. So far it sounds pretty intense. I figured it would fit the theme for today's drawing. So obviously I did the pre-sketch stuff off stream because this character has complicated armor. I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of detail going on here. So what I'm going to be doing is thickening the line art, refining the details. He's going to have the blue glowing lich eyes. And of course, you know, I'm going to be adding all the like sketchy shading lines and what have you. So, yeah, let's dive on in. And I hope everybody has had a good day today so far. I pretty much woke up this morning and then I made breakfast. I made like a really good omelet with cheese and bacon in it, and pancakes. And then I got exhausted and I pretty much went back to bed and I didn't wake up until like 3 o'clock. So by the time I got my PC booted up, it was almost 4 when I started the sketch. Because I was just really tired. Like yesterday I only had 5 hours of sleep and I had to teach a private art lesson in the morning for 2 hours and it was like, you know, an hour and a half commute because I had to drive like 40 some odd minutes to get there and then 40 some odd minutes to get home. And then after that, I had to go to a counseling appointment with Mike. And we were talking about his 8-day dark mode thing and how to prevent that catastrophe from happening again. So the counselor was kind of helping us strategize, you know, knowing what triggers his depression and how to like nip it in the bud before it gets that bad. And then after that, we came home and I pretty much had to start my commission. And then I worked 9 hours straight on that commission I did yesterday. So like from 4 p.m. until like 1 a.m. I was working on that and I only took a few breaks to go to the bathroom and to feed the cat. So I think I was just wiped out because yesterday I just overdid it. And I needed that extra sleep today. So, but I feel good after taking that nap. Like, I definitely needed that. So, yeah, I'm all ready to go. So, we're going to start with his face. So, I gave him a snarly, ready for battle face. Also, I got the new mount when I logged on WoW because I have the, you know, I upgraded to the 1-year subscription. So I got the bunny. I thought it was pretty cute. Let's see, where are you? Bun. Called the Jade something. Jade Bright Force Seer. Put that on my action bar. Eat a bun. Bun. Hop. Very cute. I do like the satchels with the carrots. And the little bunny motif on the saddle. Definitely adorable. Look at its little twitchy, sniffy nose. That's very cute. So yay, another mount for my collection. Woohoo! I have to have all the mount. So let's see. Today I got this sketch, and then tomorrow I have a deluxe portrait sketch of like an undead night elf. What do they call them? The ones from that were created in Darkshore. Nightfallen, or you guys would know better than me. Like they're like dark rangers except they're night elves. Dark fallen. Okay, I was right. Yeah, yeah. I just was like I just couldn't remember offhand for all of them. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow's deluxe sketch is a dark fallen night elf, and Lindsay commissioned it for a friend, and I believe it's kind of a surprise. So that's gonna be fun. At least I will say I am glad that my two commissions like today and tomorrow are fairly easy, like just sketch commissions, because I've just done a whole bunch of big projects like the 14-hour Volpera cell shaded, and then the 10-hour half orc cell shaded, and then the 9-hour I don't know what she is. She looks like kind of like a vampire human lady colored sketch. So it's just been really big, intense project after intense project. So I'm honestly just relieved to have at least 2 days where I just do some sketches. Because coloring is like a lot of work. But when we get to your project, Savannah, it's gonna be another big, intense one. But I'll be well rested for that. So I think that one is like Monday next week. So we'll be good to go. But yeah, I will just say it's nice to have some sketches, because like every day has just been like long streams, like 7-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour streams. Or even if the stream isn't that long, like I'm also doing work off stream, so I'm like, woo wee! I can't wait for the weekend, boy. I like last week I was working 7 hours a day, every day, like 5 days in a row. So by the time I get to my day off, I'm like, it's a day to sleep. But at least I will say I'm not feeling burnt out or anything like that, so that's good. I'm not feeling like creative burnout. Like ever since Mike convinced me to take the last week off of every month, I've been in really good shape, honestly. Like having that week to recharge has been really important for me. And my last one, I spent it like doing beading, making jewelry. So it's my time to kind of unwind and also like pursue other hobbies that I don't get to do too much. One of these days though, I gotta like bust out some of my, traditional art mediums. Like I've been definitely feeling like I've totally abandoned, real like paints and markers and inks and colored pencils and all that stuff. So maybe like on my week off coming up, I will, break out some of the traditional mediums that I have and, you know, do a little something. I don't know what, but just, a little something. I don't want to do too much though, because again, that's my week to recharge. So, like, not gonna do too much art because I gotta make sure I don't get burnt out. But it might be fun to do, like, even just pencil, like a little pencil sketching. I haven't touched pencils in ages, and I love pencil sketching. And you know the really sad thing? For like 5 years, I went on a tangent collecting all the Copic markers. There's 358 colors for the Copic markers. Those are they're, in case you guys don't know, Copics are this Japanese brand of alcohol marker that are used by, manga artists and a lot of artists, really. Copics are just really, really good alcohol markers. And, like, they're the kind of marker where when you buy them, you own it for life. Like, you can literally replace the nibs, you can refill the ink, you can keep the marker going forever, basically. But they're also expensive because they are imported from Japan. So each marker in America runs usually retail about $8. So as you can imagine, 358 markers for $8 a piece is like probably around $3,000 if I recall. Let me just see. 358 times 8. Okay, $2,864 if you want to have every single marker. Now, obviously, I didn't pay like full price for every marker, and I got them over the course of 5 years, but I started out like with the flesh tone pack, which was like 6 colors that were just skin tones. And I think I got that off of like Amazon. And then I found this little marker shop online called Otaku Fuel. And they had like sales, like they'd have 10% off and whatnot. And then there was also this little shop near where I live that was selling them for cheaper, like $5 a marker instead of $8. So I would basically just here and there just get a few, try to get like the colors that I needed the most. And then I think when the pandemic hit and I started getting like ridiculous amounts of money from unemployment, that's when I really was like, all right, I'm going to finish this collection, and I just started getting all the rest of the Copics that I didn't have. And I did it. I eventually acquired all 358 Copic markers, and I was using them. I was absolutely doing, like, that was my primary medium before I got into the streaming and, wound up just doing nothing but digital art. Like, all the fairies and the mermaids and the, the fantasy art that I was doing prior to this was all Copic markers and Prismacolor pencils. Like, all the art that I was making for Comic-Con, like my Steven Universe fan arts and everything, it was pretty much all traditional mediums. But now I only get to use them when I do my private art lessons, and that's only with one student, because the other students have gone digital as well. So, like, my students aren't even using traditional mediums anymore. It's just so sad. It's like, oh my god, nobody's coloring with markers anymore. And I have discovered that apparently Copic markers have a 2-year shelf life. So, like, when I go to my art lessons and I bust out the markers, I open the bin and I grab what we need, and then I come to realize that a lot of those expensive markers that I haven't gotten to use or haven't used in a while are now dried out. I'm just like, why? I mean, I can, like, restore them, because you could buy the refill inks, but to get 358 refill colors, it's like $5 per bottle of ink. So that would mean 358 times 5. I have to spend an additional $1,790 if I want to get all the refill inks for all my markers. So that sucks. Granted, you know, I only get the refill inks, not like all of them, but you know, when I have a marker that I need the ink for, I will buy the ink. So I have like a few, like E51 is the very pale flesh tone, and that marker my students use a lot. So I had to buy the refill ink for that. So yeah, like colors that do get used frequently, I will fork out the money. And I've gotten quite a few refills from that so far. Eventually it'll run out, but you know. When that day comes, I just have to buy another refill. But, yeah, so at my student's house yesterday, I also noticed some of my white milky gel pens that I use started drying out as well, and it took a while to kind of reinvigorate them. And that's the one downside to, you know, traditional art mediums is they do dry out, they do wear out, and if you don't use them, they just kind of, you know, they die, really. Okie dokie, you enjoy your bath. So yeah, I feel like I really should, you know, crack open some of the traditional stuff and like start using it, because honestly, over the years, I've paid so much money for all these art supplies I have, and they're just kind of sitting, you know, in drawers, neglected, and you know, they like, I feel like they'd be good for all kinds of content and stuff. Like I do have a webcam that's over my art desk for streaming traditional media stuff. So, you know, I've been trying to make Thursdays be like the personal art stream again, like it was always supposed to be. So I could always do like a "this is how you color with Copic markers" stream or something, you know. And it would be like a hand cam, obviously, because you guys would see my hands drawing, doing their thing. But yeah, so we'll see, we'll see. I have like, I probably won't be able to do any of that this month though, but I do have some really fun plans ahead. So for next Thursday, I'm really excited about this because a lot of people have been asking me. I've actually been getting DMs, and I just got a commission. But it seems to be suddenly in popular demand that people want me to do chibis. And some people saw the chibi Vol'jin from the stream, because only you patrons have actually seen, the, the final work, and you get to look at it whenever you want. But a few people did glance at the stream, and they're like, "Oh my god, you draw chibis? Do you have any other examples?" And I've been getting just people messaging me. And today I got a commission for like a chibi axolotl character and like warrior armor and stuff. So there is absolutely a growing demand. And I mean, people have asked me, like, "Did you draw Chibi Ama that's dancing on the stream?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they get really excited. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you could draw chibis." And so I've been starting to like send people, the ones I've done so far, like my little just chibi portfolio. And I'm going to be this Thursday, I believe, I'm going to be doing a chibi commission price sheet. So I'm going to make it its very own thing. Like, you know how I have my art commission price menu that has like, all the samples and prices listed on it? Well, I'm going to do one like that, but only for chibis. So it's going to cover the cost of everything from sketch to deluxe sketch to line art, color flats, and cell shading. And obviously, the prices are going to start cheap and go up. And I'm going to be on stream drawing an example chibi for this. So I'm going to be drawing this chibi for each and every stage. So I'm going to be doing a sketch of it, a deluxe sketch, a clean line art, a color flat, and a cell shade. And that's going to be the example on the example sheet. Now I haven't decided yet who I'm going to draw, but I'm thinking it's going to be one of the chibis for the patrons thing. I'm thinking either Thalystra or Sylvanas next, because I really want to do like a cute chibi elf lady. Like that to me is, you know, my dream come true. And I love Thalystra, and even though they ruined Sylvanas, I always loved Sylvanas. I'm sorry, she was like my favorite character for ages. So that it's still kind of the case. I like the Sylvanas that she used to be, not what she became. But anyway, so it's either going to be one of the two, so Thalystra or Sylvanas. And yeah, that's going to be my example chibi for my chibi commission form. And then I'm going to add that to the artistry gig so people can order the chibi art whichever they want. So I think that'll be good. So look forward to the chibiness, because this is gonna be something probably I'm gonna get a lot of commissions for, because I feel like when it comes to World of Warcraft art, most of the commissions that you ever see people get are like, you know, the usual, like semi-realism, normal proportion kind of stuff. But I feel like there would absolutely be a demand for something cute like the chibis. And I have like a pillow that I ordered from the Blizzard store a couple years ago, made by Cute But Deadly, and it has like all the main WoW lore characters on it in chibi form, and I freaking love that pillow. Like, I sleep with that pillow every night. It's so cute. It has Varian Wrynn, it has Anduin, it has Chen Stormstout, it has Vol'jin, it has Sylvanas, it has Thrall, it has Illidan, Tyrande. It has the Lich King, like seriously, chibi Lich King. I think it even has a chibi Kel'Thuzad on it too. But like the pillow is just crammed with chibi lore characters, and it's absolutely amazing. It is a work of art. So yes, I'm very excited to, you know, increase my offerings, like offer something new, because I mean, chibis is something I've always done. It's just, I don't know, I didn't think to add examples, I guess, to my commission sheet, because it was already like super loaded. Like there's just too much on there, and I couldn't fit anything else, so I couldn't really fit more examples and whatnot. But yes, this will be happening. And also, the other thing that I'm going to be working on, which I really need to do, is get my print shop going. So I'm also excited to announce that I ordered a box full of shipping tubes for shipping poster prints. So I'm really hoping to, you know, not be a lazy son of a bee, and you know, actually photograph my prints and get them posted. I've been using Ko-fi as like the storefront to basically post the prints for sale so people can order through Ko-fi because I didn't want to use Etsy anymore. I hate Etsy. They charge me listing fees just to have the stuff up every single month, and it was starting to soak. It's like having to pay and then not making sales, so it like wasn't really worth it. But on Ko-fi, it's free to list my stuff, so I just put it there. So I basically made Ko-fi be the site to be my print shop. And also, Ko-fi exists in case anybody ever wants to buy me a coffee. Mike bought me a Dunkies coffee yesterday, so for right now I'm still caffeinated, which is good because I need my caffeine. So yeah, I'm gonna try and I might have to do it during my vacations to take pictures of like my art prints. Because I want to get the rest of my Inktober's that I did up for sale as prints, so I'm gonna have to print them out and photograph them, and also take a picture of them with Bibble, because I like to add that Bibble for may be included with print orders. That might stop people from buying though if they have allergies to cats, but anything that comes out of my house might have cat fur, so yeah, there's that. Like, sorry. Just something, you gotta handle. So yeah, those are pretty much the things that I got going on. Just like get my prints up for sale and also offer chibis so people can get chibi art. I think that'll be amazing. It's a good start to a new year, let's just say, having chibis and having art prints. And I'm also going to try and advertise too for people who have already done commissions for. Like, I am going to really promote the fact that like I have an amazing printer. So anybody who's had commissions made by me can absolutely get like 11 by 17 or 11 by 14 or whatever, poster prints. So if anybody ever wants to have like a physical copy of the art that they could frame and hang up, I want to make sure people know, like, yes, this is something I can offer. And in addition to all of that, once I get more of the Chibi Wow sticker things done, because right now I only have Vol'jin done, but when I get more, I can start producing the stickers, and then I'm going to post the stickers up for sale as well. So yeah, that project is not done yet, just so you guys know. Like, I didn't just do one and done. But I definitely have noticed that Thursdays tend to be the day of everything getting in my way of streaming. So I know it took me like 2 months to get Vol'jin done. So I'm gonna try and, stay more on track and get the other ones done in a timely fashion. And yeah, that's pretty much it so far for the new year. So my goals for this year: offer chibi commissions, get my print shop up, finish the WoW sticker project, and get those up for sale. And, just gradually create more and more merch and try and, like, encourage people to order merch as well as commissioning. Because the whole idea is about, like, making art that I can, make money off of over and over again. So, like, selling prints, like once the art is made, I can just sell as many prints as, as people are willing to buy. So hopefully that will encourage people, and that could become like a stream of passive income where I benefit off of my art again and again going forward. And this is something all artists have to do at some point, because, you can only do so many commissions a month, and commissions can be very taxing, like mentally, even physically, a little bit. you know, when you're just sitting for long hours working, like, day in and day out. So it is nice to be able to, like, offer some other things that don't require nearly as much work, like packaging up a, you know, printing something, putting it in a tube and shipping it is a lot less labor intensive than creating a piece of art from scratch, you know? So, like, I would be happy to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it so far. Trying to think, like, what else is there to discuss? Everybody hates Velma. I'll just throw that in there. Actually, Mike wants to do a stream today where he wants to rant about it. Like, when I'm done streaming, he wants to go live and just go completely off the deep end about that show because he is like a big Scooby-Doo fan. I mean, he literally has every single Scooby-Doo movie on DVD. He has the Mystery Machine Van DVD box set. He has Scooby-Doo t-shirts. He has a Velma bobblehead. I mean, Mike is like really into Scooby, and he has been most of his life. So I think it'd be really fun, you know, to watch his stream and listen to him just kind of go nuts on the new Velma show. Because I'm sure he has a lot that he wants to say about it. And, you know, we did watch the first 2 episodes, and it was bad. It really, really was bad. Like, if you are a Scooby-Doo fan, you will not like that show. And it's funny because it's so far the ratings of it are extremely low, and it is like very disliked right now. Everybody on the internet is pretty much pooping on that show, so. Now, I will say I've never been a big Scooby person. Like, sometimes I would watch the show, you know, if it was just on TV when I was a kid, like, it'd be periodically on, and I, you know, whatever, just watch it. But I was never, like, a fan, you know? Like, there were a lot of other shows I preferred over Scooby-Doo. It just wasn't my thing. And I used to watch a pup named Scooby-Doo as well, where all the characters are like little kids, and I liked that one, I think, more than the original show from the 60s. So yeah, like, honestly, I don't really care too much about the Scooby franchise, like, so I'm not really the one to give my opinions about Velma. I mean, I could just say that the show sucked. Like, it did. It was not fun to watch. Like, there was nothing in it that made me laugh at all at any point. So, like, for something that's supposed to be funny, it was not funny. Like, at all. And also, none of the characters were likable. Like, they were all really mean. Supremely mean. Oh, and by the way, I downloaded a brand new braid brush. Look at how good this is. I have so many braid brushes. Because, you know, you guys know I can't draw braids to save my life. It's like my brain just doesn't comprehend how a braid works, you know? So, I'm still using braid brushes. This is a very nice braid brush. There we go. do you guys want to see what other cool brushes I found recently? So, like, that commission I did yesterday, I actually found a curly hairbrush because, in addition to struggling with braids, I also struggle drawing those, like, I don't know what they're called because I'm not, like, into girly stuff. Like, even though I'm a woman, I don't go to, like, salons and I don't do stuff with my hair. So, like, there's a name for all of these kind of curls, but I don't know what it's called. But I found a brush that does curls. So, I'll show you real quick. Spiral curls, I think it's what it's called. And then I found this one. So I found a couple of these, and I'm like, oh my god, these are so helpful. Because, yeah, like, figuring out spiral curls is also a pain for my brain. Like, I end up drawing and erasing and drawing and erasing and praying it comes out right. So having these brushes has been, like, amazing. So helpful. Because my brain just doesn't like certain, like, I don't know, geometric shapes or patterns or something. I don't know. Like, there's something about braids that breaks my brain every single time. I can't really explain why. Oh, and yeah, I was talking about Velma a minute ago because Mike told me he wants to do a stream tonight. Like, when I'm done with your Worgen, he wants to do a truck driving simulator while ranting about Velma. Because, you know, he's a big Scooby-Doo fan. He has been, like, a lifelong fan. And I think Velma also happens to be his favorite character. So they really did her double dirty. There he is! I'm gonna drive a truck and be mad about a cartoon. So, like, I'm probably gonna link his stream in my Discord server in case anybody wants to watch him go ape shit about Velma and really give us his unfiltered thoughts on this new show. And it's funny because while we were watching it, just watching his facial expression was like, it was pure gold. The show wasn't funny, but watching Mike be angry at the show, now that was funny. I wouldn't have minded it so much if they didn't remove fucking Scooby-Doo. Now it's just four assholes solving mysteries. Oh my god, that's so funny, Babone. That's accurate. One of my biggest complaints was that nobody acted their character at all. No respect was given to any of them. Fred was the worst. Like, I don't even know what they were doing to Fred. But, oh my god, he was so horrible. It was just, ugh. They made him, like, just the most hateable, disgusting character. And meanwhile, you know, Daphne was trying to pressure him into, like, you know, having sex. And then you realize these characters are, like, underaged. Okay? Like, I think they're supposed to be, like, maybe 15 or 16 or something. And the very first scene of the very first episode, they're showing, like, Daphne and all the girls in the shower, like, naked. Like, they're sexualizing underage girls. There's so much that's wrong with this show. So much that's wrong with the show. But I'm gonna like leave it to Mike to give you guys the ultimate rant because I'm sure he's gonna lay it out. like really well. Because, like I said, he is the Scooby Doo fan. He's the one that has all the movies and all the DVDs and has been watching this his whole life. And, you know, t shirts and bobblehead Velmas and all that stuff. He's the guy to listen to for this epic rant. See, but Bone's like, what? Yeah. In the original series, Velma is the youngest at 14, Shaggy and Daphne are 15, and Fred is the oldest at 16. I've even seen Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. And you may be asking, what is Scooby-Doo Get a Clue? Exactly. Apparently, before this Velma show came out, Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, according to Mike, is the worst Scooby-Doo show that's ever come out. But now it has been topped. So yeah, there's something worse now. Congratulations, Velma. You guys want to know a show, though, that definitely takes inspiration from Scooby-Doo that I really like? I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Mike Tyson Mysteries. That is just comedy gold right there. I like Mike Tyson Mysteries, especially Pigeon. Like, Pigeon is the best thing in that show. I like the gay ghost guy, too. He's amazing. I think his name is Marcus? Is that the ghost's name? I tell you about Mike Tyson Mysteries, but I ain't got no time for bird sex. Yeah. So, like, if you guys don't know what Mike Tyson Mysteries is, it's basically Scooby-Doo, but with Mike Tyson, a gay ghost from, like, I don't know, the 1920s or something. Or maybe he's older than that. Maybe he's from, like, the 1800s. And then he has an adopted daughter who's Asian, and then you have a pigeon who was a human that got turned into a pigeon by his ex-wife, who's a witch. And Mike Tyson has a coop full of pigeons, and apparently in real life Mike Tyson really does have like pet pigeons or something. But like in the show, he gets messages via pigeon that, you know, lets him know, oh, he has a mystery to go solve. And then he hops in his van and hijinks ensue. And it's a really funny show. Obviously, it's an adult show. There is like gore and sexual stuff, but it's comedy. It's not like offensive, or at least it shouldn't be offensive. Like the pigeon, for example, Pigeon is super perverted, like really, really pervy. Like the pigeon is often like getting drunk and like jerking off and stuff like that. And making really crass jokes. Just to give you guys kind of an idea. But yeah, it's good. Pigeon have time for bird sex. That's an in joke from the show too, because there's like, I think it's like the first episode. Mike Tyson singing, I ain't got no time for bird sex. Bird sex. But anywho, now me personally, now this is probably gonna be fighting words. I don't know if I've ever said this to Mike, but like, I've never really been big into Scooby-Doo because as a kid, I always found the original Scooby-Doo series to be kind of boring. So he's probably gonna come in here and like duck attack me for saying that. It's just like whenever it was on TV, I was like, it's alright. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite show growing up. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get duck attacked. Although I did like a pup named Scooby-Doo, okay? I used to actually like that one. That one was more entertaining. It was just the original cartoon was kind of like, you know, I could take it or leave it. Like, not every show is my cup of tea, you know? But I used to watch a lot of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons, you know? There were so many of them. So many. You did not like a pup named Scooby-Doo. The original's alright, not the best. Each show has its strengths and weaknesses, its good parts and bad parts. Yeah, like, I always just felt like it was kind of slow-paced, and, like, the jokes felt always the same. It's like Shaggy is a coward. Scooby just likes to eat all the time. Well, Scooby and Shaggy are both cowards and like to eat all the time. And, you know, Velma's the smart one, and then there's Daphne and Fred, and I never really felt much about Daphne and Fred. Like, they didn't have much character to me. But I know in later shows they definitely fixed a lot of that stuff. Like, they absolutely developed the characters more and gave them like more interesting traits and personalities than just that. Like, I know there's a fairly modern Scooby-Doo cartoon that Mike has shown me that actually looks really, really good. I think it's Mystery Inc., if I recall, if that's the one. So, like, that one I'd probably watch and I'd probably really enjoy it. So. But I just, you know, I haven't gotten to watch it, so. Let's see. Let's see. I'm reading the chat here. The best thing about it, honestly, is there's so much variety and that there's a show for everyone. You may not like Pup, but you might like Mystery Inc., or you might like Guess Who for the comedy. I never enjoy any show where it's characters when it's characters when they're younger or older. I getcha. I think my favorite series was the original series, with some episodes of What's New Scooby-Doo being second favorite. Never cared for a pup. See, they usually play it too much, which is part of why Velma is bad too. Mystery Inc. and Guess Who are nice. Mystery Inc. It's a darker Scooby-Doo show and done right. Hi, Lindsay! I watch while I farm herbs and ore. Aw, yay! I have enjoyed the original / anything deriving the original style like the movies. Have you guys ever seen Supernatural, the Scooby Natural episode? Because that was awesome. That was like your classic Scooby-Doo gang, but done in a more adult way. Because obviously Supernatural is, you know, an adult show. But they did it well. Unlike Velma. Scooby Natural was, like, it's definitely one of my favorite episodes. It was really cool. The direct-to-video movies are generally fantastic. See, I don't know how many of them I've seen, so, and I don't really remember most of them, probably. Like, again, like I said, I'm not, like, a big, you know, Scooby-Doo fan, so. Zombie Island is a must. Well, you have them. Maybe one of these days we can watch it. I feel like you've probably shown me Zombie Island, but I don't really remember. Like, if I've only seen a movie once, I typically forget it. Unless it was really impactful, like it left a lasting memory on my rattled brain. Zombie Island scared you? Oh my god. It was gruesome? Maybe, well, I don't think I've seen it then. Unbelievable. A Scooby movie that's actually scary and gruesome? Huh. So, like, is it kind of a more adult Scooby, or is it still, like, family friendly? A little more adult. Still for kids. Uh-huh. Well, one of these days we'll have to bust out the DVD and, I'll watch it. Ooh, Mike just sent me a picture of the zombies. They look pretty scary, I gotta say. They're real? What do you mean? They aren't people in masks. Oh, that's right. They're real zombies. Oh, okay, yeah, because it's like that's the main trope of Scooby is that every monster is always just some villain wearing a mask and they always like unmask them and then their usual line is like, and I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids or something, you know? So yeah, okay, so Zombie Island, it's actual real zombies and not like some derpy villain wearing a costume. Zombie Island was great. Wait, let me see what I missed here. It has darker tones like sociopathic werecats eating people's souls. Or real zombified people who are victims of said werecat. The latter. The zombies were trying to help the gang? Oh my god. Apologies for spoilers. Also, the gang is older. They're in their early to mid 20s. Oh, neat. They retired Mystery Inc. and moved on with their lives. Ah, I see, I see. Well, thanks for spoiling the whole movie for me before I even get to watch it. I don't care though, like, honestly, I'm not one of those people that freaks out about spoilers. Like, I spoil things for myself all the time because I just don't have any patience. Like, if there's a show or something I really like and a trailer comes out, like, I'm digging, man. I'm digging for everything I could find. I need to know. I think spoilers are free game at this point when the movie's 20 years old. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely fair. like I said, I've never really watched much Scooby stuff because Scooby was just never really my thing. So I can't say that I've seen any Scooby movies, although I'm sure I have and I just don't remember them. So. And I know I've just seen like episodes here and there from like different Scooby shows. Like one of the Scooby things I do kind of remember from when I was a kid was like with the Globetrotters, I think, the Harlem Globetrotters. Like I've seen a lot of Scooby stuff where they have like guest appearances, like Laurel and Hardy, um, Elvira, I think, was in one of them. So I remember that, like on Cartoon Network, there'd be like a lot of Scooby Doo meets like some kind of, celebrity of some sort. I've seen stuff like that. The Witches Go School, Reluctant Werewolf, etc. Yeah, I guess I've probably seen some of those. They sound kind of familiar. Like, I'm sure they were on TV when I was a kid. Because I used to, like, watch Cartoon Network a lot, so. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney Channel were, my jam growing up. Phantasmal was hot. Fight me, bro. You guys want to know something funny? Like, for a Hanna-Barbera show, when I was a kid, um, oh my god, the Wonder Twins? God, I used to have such a crush on the Wonder. I think the boy Wonder Twin, I don't remember what his name was. I can't remember. It was like Jan and Jess or something. If anybody remembers what their names are, please let me know because I do not remember. It's been way too long. But I had a huge crush on the Wonder Twin brother. Jan and Zaina. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I went through a phase. uh, and I used to watch Space Ghost and um oh my gosh, what else? There were just so many shows. I remember Jabberjaw. That was one of those Hanna-Barbera shows. I used to watch the Flintstones. I used to watch the Jetsons. Um, I don't think this is Hanna-Barbera, but I used to watch the Snorks. And the Snorks theme song really slapped, I remember. It's like, come along with the Snorks. Swim along with the Snorks. I'm definitely dating myself here. Like I'm old. So much to see lying under the sea. Come along with us, swim along with us, play along with those snorks. And yeah, I used to watch the Smurfs too. La 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 la. Oh man. And let's see, what other cartoons? Have any of you guys ever seen Pirates of the Dark Water? Also, Mike, you need to get Pirates of the Dark Water because I need to watch that again because that was like amazing. Like, I think it only aired for one season. It was 13 episodes and then it got canceled, but it was such a good show. And I rewatched it years later because apparently it's all on YouTube, or maybe it's not anymore, but it was on YouTube a couple years back. So I rewatched it and it still held up. That was a good show. It had a good plot, it had cool characters, the artwork was awesome. Everything about it was just totally cool. Like if you're into pirates and fantasy stories, like Pirates of the Dark Water, yo, for reals. Oh man, show was amazing. Let's see. Oh, where are we? Hang on, let me check our chat here. Gopher Moat. Jaina and Zan actually mixed the first letter up. Oh, Jaina and Zan. Okay, his name was Zan. Smurfs was Ruby Spears or Snorks. Okay. I'm older than Cartoon Network. Oh my god. You have Pirates of Dark Water? Oh. Is it on Plex? Because I don't think I've ever seen it on there. Or did you like just download it? Damn it, McCaffrey. I don't even use you anymore. Why are you popping up saying that my computer's in danger? Oh my god. You should uninstall that. Pirates, fantasies, water, is that dark? Got it all. It's been on there? Really? I've never seen it. Like, I've gone through the Plex and I don't know. I have not seen it. I can't believe it. I must be blind. It's like, if I knew it was on there, I totally would have watched it. Well, now that I know it's on there, I'm definitely going to have to watch it. Oh my god, it is on there. Wow. Sweet. Wonder Twins the Gopher Moat. Okay, he says I need to watch this Wonder Twins Gopher Moat thing. So, okay. I gotta turn up my speakers.
Time for some Wonder Twins Wonder Speed. And by speed, I don't mean drugs, I mean initiative.
Is this like a parody? Because this is obviously. Because there's no way they would have actually said that. Oh wow, it really is a gopher moat. He just walked over it. Oh my god.
I guess we all learned a valuable lesson that initiation is dangerous. What? I learned that only deep gopher milk won't contain a bear. Oh, I'm sorry. I already knew that. That's your lesson.
They're at a funeral.
Or another bear to fight them off, or you an ice cave. But
parody from Jaws too. Like that's like the wife in Jaws when like her son got eaten by the shark and she's got the big glasses and she's like slapping the guy in his face like my son is dead. Like what was this from? Like who made that? Because I know that definitely wasn't the original show, but it was really well done. Like it looked like it could have been. Wow, I got to turn down my speakers. Wow. That was funny though. So, like, was that from like a Space Ghost Coast to Coast episode or something? Like a parody? Because that was well done. Didn't know, but there's a lot of them, really? I wonder, are they edited from the original show? Is that how they did it? That gopher moat thing was pretty good. And the bear just stepped over it and ate the guy that they were trying to rescue. They might have had the original cells. Yeah, that's a good question. Ooh, that was funny. But yeah, I definitely used to have a crush on Zan from the Wonder Twins. Absolutely. I could tell you guys all my cartoon crushes in the order that they happened. Because I've had a few in my life. Because, you know, I'm a loser like that. So let's see. My first cartoon crush probably was Zan, because I was pretty little when that one came out. Also, I had a crush on, this wasn't a cartoon crush, but I had a really big crush on David Duchovny as Fox Mulder from the X-Files when I was a little kid. Like, I used to, like, literally put on my mom's nightie and then kiss the TV screen, and I remember, like, stuffing the boob part with toilet paper. And I was, like, 7 or something, so I would be like, Mulder! And then I'd kiss the screen, and I'm wearing, like, this oversized black nightgown with toilet paper stuffed in the boobs. Oh my god. And then I remember when I first got introduced to Dragon Ball Z, having a crush on Trunks. Like, he was my first anime crush. Also, when Anastasia came out, I had a crush on Dimitri. I definitely have a thing for the guys with, like, the mushroom haircut or whatever they call it, you know? Yeah, Dimitri is hot, yo. He still is. Like, he's hot. I'm sorry. He is. Everything about him is just delicious. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Did I have any other cartoon guy crushes? Oh, I definitely had a few more anime guy crushes. There was this anime called Sorcerer Hunters, and I had a big crush on Marin, who is this, like, very effeminate guy with really long, beautiful black hair, and he looks super girly. But, like, that was my thing, you know? And also, I had a big crush on Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. And these are all guys that have, like, long white hair. Just beautiful. Prince Lotor from Voltron. Purple dude, long white hair, villain. Like, a lot of these guys are villains, too. Like, I have a thing, you know? I like the bad guys for some reason. Erebos from the Dragon Prince, again. He's a dark elf with long white hair, and he's a villain, and he's absolutely delicious. Just so gorgeous. He's gorgeous. I love him. Let me think. Who else? Who else? Oh, Vincent Valentine. Okay, Vincent Valentine is also from Final Fantasy VII, and he's got long, beautiful black hair, and he's kind of like vampire emo aesthetic. Had a huge crush on him. Oh man. And I would play Vincent and Yuffie, like they were my two favorite characters in Final Fantasy VII. And yes, I do like bad boys. I'd tap Dimitri and I ain't even gay. And Roxanne from the Goofy movie. Yeah, that's Mike's childhood crush, Roxanne from the Goofy movie. You know, I had like a girl crush on like Lola Bunny. For sure. Like when Space Jam came out, I was like, dang, Lola's hot. Like she's making me question my sexuality. Does this make me a lesbian furry? Because like, I still love Lola Bunny. I even had a Lola Bunny pillow. So I got to sleep with Lola Bunny every night. Like, I'm sorry, like, Lola Bunny was hot. And I think I saw a YouTube video where they said, like, Lola Bunny was most kids, like, awakening into puberty. And I'm like, yeah, I think it was. I think she was. Like, how many of you guys had a crush on Lola Bunny? What? I was talking about how I had a girl crush on Lola Bunny. Like, I'm not even into furries and Lola's hot. Like, I, like, loved her as a kid. And I had a pillow of her and I slept with it every night. We're talking about our childhood cartoon crushes. Bowser? Oh my. Let's see. Let me scroll up in the chat here. I feel like I'm missing, bunny boobies. That white dress that Roxanne wears in Max's dream, I need it. I want to wear it so bad. So yeah, I had childhood crushes on Dimitri from Anastasia, David Duchovny, who played Fox Mulder in The X-Files, Lola Bunny, Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and then a whole bunch of anime bad boys that had like really long hair. Isn't Bowser technically a scaly? Scaly and furry are just two sides of the same thing. I don't know how this stuff works. Any arguments or people just trying to be... We're talking about person crushes. My one furry crush was Sally Acorn. Oh yeah, from Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like... You know what? I might have had a lady boner for, Demona from Gargoyles as well. I absolutely loved her. I still do. And again, she's a villain. I really love the villains. I have super crushes on villain characters. Like, you would think I'd have a crush on Goliath. Like, nah, man. Demona. She's so bad and gorgeous. see. Who else? Who else? And oh, I had a big crush on Wolfwood from Trigun. Oh, and now they're redoing Trigun, like it's like a retelling, and there's a few episodes out, and I watched the first one, and I like it so far. It's really good. But yeah. Let's see. Exile. I think I had a small crush on Exile from Road Rovers. I don't even know what that is, unfortunately. Bane. Are you talking about like Bane the from WoW? Bane Bloodhoof? Who I don't know who's oh from Batman. Okay. Oh okay. The blonde girl from Swat Cats. I don't remember what her name. Kelly, I think, is her name. Kelly, I think, from Swat Cats. I feel like I might have had a crush on Raphael from the Ninja Turtles too. But this is going way back. Like way back deep into the childhood. Because Raphael was like the best Ninja Turtle. I mean, I also liked Michelangelo a lot. He was really playful. But just Raphael, he had that darker personality that I liked. See, it was a 90s show about dogs of world leaders who can turn into hunky, pretty anthros and fight supervillains. Exile was the Siberian Husky and had ice vision. Oh! Or was it heat vision? April O'Neil. Yep. Yeah. I feel like I might have seen something of that show, but I like don't remember. Like it sounds vaguely familiar somewhere in my little childhood brain, you know? Yeah. So I think that pretty much sums up all of my like childhood cartoon crushes that I could remember for sure. So good times. All my crushes came from Warcraft. Oh my god, how did I forget Vaxeldan? Oh yes, I definitely have a crush on him. Like I wasn't thinking about my current cartoon crushes, but like Vaxeldan and Erebos are totally it for me like right now. I love them so much. Yummy, hunky, beautiful elven men. And I know Vax is half elf, but whatever. He still has pointy ears and he's gorgeous. And like the actor that voices him and plays Critical Role, like oh, his voice is gold. It's just liquid gold. Scanlan is better. Scanlan's pretty suave, not gonna lie. He's pretty funny. I hope that he does end up with Pike. because they're absolutely adorable. I love all the characters from Vox Machina. Like, they're all really good. And hey, Mike, wasn't there something about the next season coming out soon? Or no? Was it another show? Oh my god, it's next week! Okay, I'm getting a little too excited. Calm down. Fangirling, help me. Help me. Oh my god, I'm fangirling. I'm fangirling on stream. That was me being really excited. Oh god, more Max. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm hyperventilating. Because I was like, I remember he said it like the next season was coming out soon. And he's like, next week. Next week. Yes. Yes. Give me more Vaxeldan. Yeah. I was excited about the Dragon Prince until I saw season 4, and then it like ruined the whole show for me so bad because season 4 was just really awful. It's like we waited 3 years for season 4, and then it finally aired, and I watched it twice. So the first time I watched it was I watched it with Mike, but then I finished it without him, and then I watched the rest of it again with Mike. And I was like, the first time I watched it, I was like, why do I not feel happy about this? Because I always thought in my brain they can't possibly screw up the Dragon Prince because the first 3 seasons of the show were solid. Like it was a solidly good, enjoyable show with good characters and everything. Like, just, I loved it. I was like, this is a great show. But then I watched season 4 and my brain just kind of screeched to a halt. I was like, why do I feel like this sucked? This couldn't have possibly sucked. But it actually did, and I'm very disappointed, and I'm a little worried about the future trajectory of the show now after that. So, I'm hoping they do better, because that was a very big letdown waiting 3 years to watch something like that. Like, the writing was bad, the pacing was bad. They introduced a new character that just was like, who are you? You just came out of left field, and you're also not really all that developed or interesting, and your morals are incredibly questionable. You know, like, I don't know, there's so many things wrong with it that just, it's painful. Very painful. But I still love Erebos, and it's funny because season 4 is called The Mysteries of Erebos. And you only see Erebos in like literally one scene in the whole season. Like, he was barely in it. And that's part of the reason why I love the show is for Erebos. And it's like, he's not even in his season. It's named after him and he's not even in it. Like, I feel so let down. I am disappointed. Much disappointed. Wow. Oh yeah, Inside Job got canned. Unfortunately. Like, I mean, I liked it. Like, I feel like Inside Job was okay. Like, I'm not gonna say it was like my favorite show ever. Like, it definitely had some interesting characters and like interesting humor. But like, it still wasn't my favorite show, but it was decent. It was watchable, you know? Like, I liked what Inside Job was playing upon. You know, the conspiracy theories all being real and everything. So let's see. what else is our chat saying? I have to read up here. Still has 3 more seasons to improve, assuming Cancel Happy Netflix doesn't swing the axe. Yeah, like for the Dragon Prince, they did say that they've been approved to do all 7 seasons of the show, so it does have 3 more seasons to go, and I am really hoping that they don't suck. Please don't suck. Please. Please be good. And I know that the writers and the creators say, well, season 4 was just a setup season. But it's like, okay, I get it. You're setting up. But it doesn't mean that your season needs to suck. Like, that's no excuse for all of the really just bad writing and everything that was wrong with that season. Like, that's no excuse. And I apologize if I'm being ranty about the Dragon Prince, but it really did traumatize me. Trauma. Another show that I actually liked, though, that was fantasy, was the Dota Dragon's Blood. Oh no, I think my computer's crashing. Uh-oh. Everything is starting to not work. Oh yeah, yep, we're crashing. Oh no. Firefox just crashed, so that's great. World of Warcraft probably crashed. Looks like it's frozen. So yeah, there we go. You know, the usual shenanigans where everything crashes. My stream is frozen. I see. Hmm. Oh no.